We are now live. What's going on, everybody? You're tuned in to a top 10 fantasy football podcast, Fantasy Couch Podcast, Trick or Treat, Happy Halloween, Happy post Thursday night football game. My Niners are undefeated. Pretty satisfied about that. Wasn't quite the game. Wasn't at all what I expected. Expected low scoring. Expected a little bit of Tevin Coleman. A little bit of 49ers defense. But no, we got Jimmy G played well. Kyler played decent. And it was a relatively high scoring game. What was the total over under? Can't do math on the spot here. 53 points total. So, yeah, wasn't quite what we expected. Mike is not here with us. He is on a trip, so he's not able to join us. But he did give me some suggestions. We're doing fantasy football mid-season awards. We're answering fantasy football questions. And, yeah, let's get into it. So, let's do the awards first, and then we'll answer some questions right after that, if anyone's tuned in. So, yeah, let's get right into it. And I see Naaman is tuned in live right now. What's up, man? So, for the awards, mid-season fantasy awards, first award we're going to give out mid-season is Rookie of the Year. And our first nominee is DK Metcalf. So that's the first nominee. Second nominee, Kyler Murray, Josh Jacobs, and Gardner Minshew. Who do you guys think should win mid-season Rookie of the Year? The award goes to running back, Raiders running back, Josh Jacobs. I think that was a pretty obvious one there. More awards. Waiver wire gem. What's good, Albie? Albie in the live chat, I see you. Waiver wire gem, we have Scary Terry McLaurin, Gardner Minshew, or Darren Waller. These are fantasy awards, by the way, not real life awards. We're going with Darren Waller, obviously. That's actually the most obvious choice. Yeah, easy right there. Darren Waller is essentially like a RB1, wide receiver 1. He's absolutely killing it. And yeah, let's add, that's right, DJ Chark, good one. DJ Chark. But yeah, got a DJ Chark, good nominee, but we're going with Waller there for sure. Yeah, a lot of people voting for Minshew. I be following you on Snap too, Couch. Yeah. Snapchat's quite somewhat relatively entertaining. It's cool. I don't know what I'm doing on Snapchat. I like the platform though. I like that it doesn't none of the chats last unless you make it. So I really like Snapchat. It's like the pressure's off. There's no likes. There's no algorithms. It's yeah. I really am big on Snapchat. And for Bust of the Year so far, the nominees are Joe Mixon, Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham Jr., and O.J. Howard. Nah, we got to give it to Antonio Brown, because Antonio Brown was drafted earlier than O.J. Howard. O.J. Howard was going like round 6. We got to go with Antonio Brown. So, yeah, I think everyone knows that. It's got to be AB. And for the real deal, big award for MVP, Most Valuable Fantasy Player of the Year so far midseason, Christian McCaffrey, obvious choice. Dalvin Cook, right behind McCaffrey. Chris Godwin, the god of all fantasy wins. Cooper Kupp. And we have a surprise here. Patriots defense. And the MVP so far this year is going to go to the Patriots D. Yeah, so far, Patriots D putting up incredible numbers. I should have looked this off the top of my head, but somewhere around maybe RB4, wide receiver 7, something insane like that. I mean, they have single-handedly carried me in the Couch Subscriber League. I'm 5-3. My team's okay. Not great, not bad. But Patriots D has carried me. And pretty much whoever has Patriots D is winning. And I've never seen that. It's never been done. They put up so many dang points. It's out of control. Their defense is really just winning games just by themselves and just in real life for the Patriots and for fantasy teams. Like, let me see if I can show you my team here really quick. This is my team right here, Couch Subscriber League. I think got a little cold or something going. Excuse me. Yeah. So it's a good team, but not a great. Like it'd probably be around, I'd probably be 4-4 if it wasn't for the Patriots D. Maybe, yeah, something like that. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I'd be, but I'm saying it's really carried my team. They're really doing well. I got Aaron Rodgers, Chubb, Singletary, Juju, Sanders, Mark Andrews, Gallup, Patriots D, Robbie Gould. I drafted OJ Howard, so luckily I was able to get Mark Andrews as well in the draft. This is an auction draft. And yeah, Sanders, that's another topic I want to talk about. Yeah, and I'm actually hoarding other defenses so nobody else can get them. Somebody tried to trade me Deshaun Jackson today for Patriots D. I messaged him today on Facebook. I said, "Hey, Patriots D for Le'Veon Bell, straight up. Like, I'm not selling Patriots D short. Like, you got to give me, like, a Cooper Kupp or Godwin or, like, Kittle, something like that. I mean, you got to give me something really good, or a top 3 quarterback like Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson. I'm not selling the That's how valuable Patriots D is, that when someone sends me Deshaun Jackson for him, I laugh. Yeah, and like we said on the last podcast, me and Mike, right? The other experts before we even seen him play today, they were gonna be wrong about Emmanuel Sanders. Joe Flacco sucks. Flacco sucks. Everyone say that. Flacco sucks. It's sometimes we overthink things. I like that. We overthink things. Like the Niners when they drafted Nick Bosa, they didn't overthink it. They just went with Bosa. Boom, that worked out. Emmanuel Sanders, don't overthink this analysis. Oh, the Niners are a run-heavy team. Joe Flacco was total garbage, and Joe Flacco is not even a top 30 quarterback. He's not top 30. Ryan Tannehill, better than Joe Flacco. Gardner Minshew, better than Joe Flacco. Who's the quarterback for the Steelers? Mason Rudolph, I'd say, is better than Joe Flacco. Jimmy G, better than Joe Flacco. Nick Foles, better than Joe Flacco. So many quarterbacks that are better than Joe Flacco. Like, the list goes on and on and on. Would you guys say Ryan Fitzpatrick is better than Joe Flacco? I would say that. I mean, you could, it's debatable for sure. But I would say Ryan Fitzpatrick's probably better than Joe Flacco. It's crazy. So going from Flacco and that Broncos team who's depressing, so whack, so unmotivated, with the weirdo John Elway who can't draft a quarterback to save his life, going from that franchise who's tanking right now essentially, well, they just traded their best receiver, Fitzmagic is Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yes, he's better. I think Fitzpatrick's even better. We went and said on the last podcast the Sanders value goes up. Now I didn't think it would go up a lot, but it goes up a significant amount. So not a bunch. It may have gone up a bunch because he just balled out this game. Got me 24.2 fantasy points. What was it? A touchdown and 100 and how many yards is it gonna say? 112 yards. Wow, 112 yards, 7 receptions, and a touchdown. 9 targets. That's amazing. That's amazing. Everyone knew he'd be the wide receiver 1 for the Niners. So they thought maybe he'd be second fiddle to Kittle, which is fine. That's fine. But no, man, Sanders' value goes up. It was a bad situation there. He was starting to kind of give way to Courtland Sutton, and it just wasn't working there. That's why they traded him. On top of that, on top of tanking, whatever, tanking's a really harsh, negative, and it's like they're going for the future. All right, whatever. If you don't want to call it tanking, Colt McCoy is better, says Albie. I don't know about that. I've seen Colt McCoy play well a few games. But Flacco, he could be worse than Colt McCoy. Yeah, he's pretty bad. Flacco is a backup quarterback, essentially. We thought he was going to be a bridge quarterback, but no, he's a tank backup quarterback. So I hope I'm able to get Le'Veon Bell for the Patriots D. I think I'm reaching a little bit, but I seen people trade Mark Ingram for the Patriots D, and I seen Mark Ingram go for Bell straight up in a trade. Mark Ingram for Le'Veon Bell. And I think Patriots D could be more valuable than Ingram. So I really don't think it's that much of a reach for me asking for Le'Veon Bell. Obviously, I can get laughed at and declined, but it's up to the person. Some people are super fed up with Le'Veon Bell. I'm not trading away the Patriots D for cheap. I'm selling high. They just had a bunch of really easy games, really easy quarterbacks. They beasted. I think their value's at an all-time high. I love the Patriots D as a sell high. Who can you get for the Patriots? I think Le'Veon Bell is the ultimate. You get Le'Veon Bell right before he plays Miami. Boom. I love it. What's Drake's value? I think Drake's value isn't too high. It's the highest it's going to get because David Johnson could be coming back. I think it's obvious they're going to use Drake. Let's just say, what's Chase Edmunds' value? Not too high. So Chase Edmunds is a drop. I dropped him in one league. In another league, I actually dropped him in both leagues because I had David Johnson in one league. So I had to put him in IR, and I dropped Chase Edmunds to get him off the IR spot. In another league, I just dropped Chase Edmunds. So I don't have any stock in Chase Edmunds anymore. I dropped him in both leagues. So Drake is, going to get some run, but DJ should still be the guy. At the same time, not a true workhorse. Why would David Johnson be a true workhorse? I actually kind of disagree, Albie. I think Drake has earned a role. David Johnson's way better than Drake. But I think Drake's really good. This is the perfect scheme for him. I think Drake has earned a role. I think his value's at an all-time high right now. You won't get much for him, though. What are you asking for? Like, what's Drake's value? It's up right now, but not great because smart fantasy owners know that David Johnson could be coming back. To skyrocket if David Johnson were to be put on IR or something, but they're saying David Johnson's day-to-day. When is David Johnson coming back? Well, last we heard he was day-to-day, so that means he should come back week 10. They have 10 days to rest up, so I think they have 10 days to rest up. I don't know. I don't know what the bye week is for the Cardinals, and I can check right now. I got a couple Cardinals. Excuse me. So, checking in this league, Kyler Murray. So they play Tampa Bay next week. Yeah, so they got 10 days of rest. Play against Tampa Bay. Let's see what happens. I got some kind of cold. It's weird. I don't feel that sick, but like my throat, like sneezing, coughing, like that's there. But I don't feel sick, which is very weird. He's killing my team. Yeah, I know, dude. Yeah, in the couch league, I'm 3-5. This is my most important league. I drafted Montgomery. I drafted Juju. Who else did I draft that sucks? OJ Howard and David Johnson. It's so annoying. This video is sponsored by Monkey Knife Fight. Let's do some picks really quick. Then we'll do fantasy questions and end it there. Just a short little podcast. No Mike Mattal. So, yeah, this video is sponsored by Monkey Knife Fight. You can go to the link below in the description. Just head on over to monkeyknifefight.com. You can deposit up to $50. You'll get 100%. Yes. Deposit up to $50. You get a 100% deposit match if you use promo code COUCH. So, go ahead and check it out, and we'll tell you what it's all about. It's daily fantasy props. They're super stupid simple to play, easy to win. You don't have to compete with all those people on those big sites. You don't have to compete against sharks or even pros like me. I sometimes get beat by these great white sharks. These guys are really good on those big sites. It's hard to compete with those guys, but on here, it's easy to win. You don't really compete against anybody. You just go over under fantasy challenge. Will they get over under this many? Who'll score the most fantasy points? Who'll score touchdowns or over under? And we're gonna enter right now. Last week I won $300. I was losing a little bit because I picked guys like David Johnson who didn't even play. Pissed me off. So I was like, hey, I noticed one that was kind of off. Really a big discrepancy between what they had and my projections and algorithms, and you know my style. You know what I do. I go all in. So I did a $100 buy-in, over under for Rivers and Breeze. I went under on Rivers, over on Breeze, and I won $300. And we're gonna do the same contest that I did when I won $300. And I think this is the one I picked out. Cowboys right here. Let me put this up actually right here. There we go. Cowboys-Giants game. So for Dak, how do you make this? This looks a little better here, I think. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. So, by the way, guys, you can head on over to Monkey Knife Fight, go to new game or play now, and then find the Cowboys-Giants game. We're doing over-under. That's the one I like this week. And I'm going to go under on Dak Prescott, under 281.5 yards. And I'm going to go over for Daniel Jones. I think the Giants are going to need to throw the ball quite a bit. So over 241 yards for Daniel Jones, under 281.5 yards for Dak Prescott. And then we'll select the buy-in amount. I'll go for, should we do 2-5? Let's do 10. $10. We'll win 30 if we have to get both right, though. And let's submit that. So, yeah, it's really just that simple. Just did it right there. So, guys, head on over to monkeyknifefight.com or follow the link below in the description. Use promo code COUCH when you deposit up to $50. You'll get a 100% deposit match. Again, head on over to monkeyknifefight.com and use promo code COUCH. Good luck this week on MKF. All right. And let's do some more Q&A. Trade Carson for OBJ. I like the idea behind it, but no, because Odell Beckham is so boomer bust. He's so inconsistent. We don't trust any Browns players, that's for sure, except for maybe Nick Chubb. And now with Kareem Hunt coming back, I don't think we really trust Chubb that much. So I wouldn't do it. You got a good running back, and you train him for Odell. Now I get it. You can see Carson declining a little bit, Rashard Penny being used more. Odell Beckham, easier schedule, so I get the thinking behind it, but still, you're trading away a good running back for a wide receiver who could be good later. And I don't like that. It's too risky. Even if you win this trade, you can still lose because You just gave up a running back. You might not. How about if your other running back goes down? So now you have no running backs. And that's why I'm leaning towards no on that. But I do like it. I would consider this in a 2-for-2 trade or something like that. So Carson and, somebody for Odell and somebody. That's what I'm thinking. Jay asks, hashtag ask the brain, Jalen Samuels if Connor is out, or David Montgomery, Seahawks D, Jets D. Okay, there's a lot of questions there. Jeez, man, come on. I got to do this on a podcast. So first of all, if Connor is out, Jalen Samuels becomes an absolute must start. Definitely start Jalen Samuels over Montgomery if Connor is out. And if Connor plays, of course, start Montgomery. For defenses, I'd go with the Jets. Jets D versus Browns D. I don't know, man. I'm telling people it's basically a tie. I'm telling them to start the Browns D, but it really is. So go with Jets D or Browns D. It's really a tie between those two. So I like them more than Seahawks D. Jets D and Browns D, both top 5 on my rankings, which you can find at fantasycouch.com. Or I do a video with them on the main channel. So let me see my rankings here. And I know I have them. I just want to see how high they are. I know I have them ranked like really close. Niners D number 1 didn't work out already. So I have the Jets at 5 and the Browns at 4. But really, just flip a coin with that. Seriously. You said Nick Folk or Jason Myers. Got to go Jason Myers. Haven't seen Nick Folk play in a while. New team, blah, blah, blah. Andrews or Herndon. Just... you got to take that day by day. So for now, start Mark Andrews and plan on keeping Mark Andrews in there. Just take it day by day. You really think Hunt is going to get more play than Chubb, Couch? No, I didn't say that. And no, I don't think so. I think Hunt will eat into his carries just a little bit. And he'll also be eased in. So this is going to be a long process. He'll get a couple touches. He'll get a few touches. He'll get 8 and 10 touches. And by then, you're talking about we're already at week 13. Do you think I can get OBJ for Drake and Boyd? Yeah, I do. That's a smart trade. Do it. Or Devontae Adams and Drake for Thomas. The other guy has David Johnson. Yeah, you can do that as well. You can also hold on to Devontae Adams. But yeah, Drake is like, yeah, you don't want to hold on to Drake. Remember, Devontae Adams is coming back. I'd say he's about a 60 to, around a 60, 65, 66% chance he'll play this week. And about a 95% chance he'll play within the next 2 weeks. So Devontae Adams coming back really soon. By the way, do you have any other questions? So Browns D over Jets D, right? Need to make sure my defense is good. Well, yeah, I already answered that. Yeah, so I guess that's it. This Trent Williams situation is crazy with the cancer, the tumor in his head. Man, his organization is just so messed up. Washington, man, it's just such garbage. Anyway, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Emmanuel Sanders' value has went up officially, guys. He's on the Niners now. Goes from wacko, crapo, flacco to Jimmy Guap. Makes a difference. And Kyle Shanahan, genius, offensive mind. My Niners are they 8-0? They're 8-0. Wow, 8-0. Couch predict the Cowboys record. All right, that's a good way to end it. Cowboys schedule. What are they right now? What's the Cowboys record right now? I should have looked that up. Can someone tell me? They're above 500, right? So they are 1, 2, 3, 4. They're 4-3. Cowboys record is 4-3 right now. So let's see. Win, loss. And out of these two, probably win, loss. So 3 wins, loss, win. So 4 wins, 5 wins, 5-4. So I'm gonna say they win. They go 9-7. So let's go 9-7. They might get maybe 10-6, 9-7, 10 or 6, something like that. 9-7, I'd say, or 10-6 at most. Jay says, who is the better stash for the rest of the season, Scary Terry or Cortland Sutton? I'm gonna go with Cortland Sutton. That's what I'm gonna go with. I'm not a hater, man. Why am I a hater? Because the Cowboys are 4-3. It's not. I mean, they've already they lost to the Jets. They lost to the Jets. Come on. All right, it's gonna be 11-5 is doable. That's very realistic. I think 9-7. These are all good teams, except for the Washington. This is tough. I'm gonna say Cowboys go 9-7. Yeah, let's see. Now even if I'm a hater, I'm gonna give you real advice. I'm gonna say what I really think. Let's say I absolutely hate the team. I'll still say what's up, right? I drafted Kyler Murray. I'm a Niner fan. I'm rooting for the Niners or watching the game, but I'm also rooting for my players. It is what it is. I have a Zen, man. I have a good, some people don't know what to do when they watch fantasy. Do I root for my team? Do I root for this? I always love to see my Niners win. I love it, but I got to make my money. I got to win my leagues. I got to beat Jeremy in the Couch League. So I had Tevin Coleman going in the Couch League. And then Jeremy had Niners D, so it was a bit of a wash. 2 disappointments. I really wanted Coleman to go off, but he obviously wanted the Niners D to go off, and neither did. So let's see what happens. Cowboys ain't winning the Super Bowl, that's right. Niners will win it all. I don't know, man. I really see the Niners have a good shot to go to the Super Bowl, and let's see what happens. Super Bowl things are really tough to predict. Who knows what's going to happen? It's not like the NBA where it was Warriors, Cavs, it's a lot tougher. I don't know. Niners, Patriots, definitely 2 teams that are likely to make the Super Bowl. Let's see. If Garrett gets fired this year, if Cowboys don't get a Super Bowl. Well, Jerry Jones is a very weird, very different character, if you guys haven't noticed. And I think if you didn't, you guys noticed with the Zeke situation. He's a very different type of dude, man. Very successful, but also very risky, and he loses big. So Jerry Jones wins big, loses big. He makes dumb, rash, stupid, crazy, out-the-box decisions, but also those type of bold decisions and the way he goes about things also make you win big too. And that's been his whole life as far as success and money, and now as a Cowboys owner. So I really don't know. It's up to Jerry Jones. You would think a lot of owners would have probably fired Garrett by now. Not all of them, but if we just put random, team owner, would have probably fired Garrett by now. Jerry Jones didn't. I don't know. Jerry Jones sticks with Garrett for another year. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows what he's going to do? But that's it, guys. I predict the Cowboys go 9-7. Make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel, Fantasy Couch Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to our main channel. We need to get our subscribers up. We're trying to do big things. Subscribe to Fantasy Couch. You can get the podcast on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. Also, all the other podcast networks. I'm Hussein the Brain. Mike Mattal someplace else. He'll be missing next week. Next week we'll try to do something fun, and then he'll be back. All right, guys, good luck this week. Let's go get that W. Peace.